Chapter 2. The Importance of Preparation. It can be a tough choice to consciously accept responsibility for others' safety or your own, but it is a choice that can save lives. Most people would rather leave this responsibility to somebody else, or even to chance. I want to acknowledge those who decide to defend, whether it is for themselves or others. I also want them to recognize some of the realities of that decision. To all of those who plan to acquire a defensive tool that they will rely on during a violent defensive encounter. Imagine being on an airplane that is going to crash. Luckily, you purchased a parachute just in case. Did you pack it in your suitcase or leave it at home because it was inconvenient to carry your whole trip? Luckily, you brought it this time, and the parachute is in your suitcase. But as you are trying to get to it in time, the plane is out of control while people and bags are in your way. Assuming you finally get to it and unpack it from your suitcase, you may realize you've never practiced using it before. You may have tried it on when you bought it, but now people are screaming around you, and under all the stress, you're having trouble remembering how to get it on. Your world is turning upside down as the plane shakes unpredictably and the ground is getting closer. Will you get your parachute on, open, and jump out of an emergency exit, orient your body position correctly during freefall, and manage to pull the cord with enough time and altitude left so that you can survive? The point of that short scenario is to help illustrate what it's like to use protective equipment in less than ideal situations. Simply put, most human beings suck at functioning under externally stressful conditions. These include, but are not limited to, life or death situations, fatigue, injury, and extreme temperatures. In situations like these, most people lose basic cognitive and physical abilities like logical analysis and fine motor skills. Practice and training can help you stay functional with certain tasks under externally stressful situations. In these types of situations, we often rely on procedural memory. Procedural memory is the execution of the step-by-step procedures involved in both cognitive and motor skills. This process usually occurs with a limited need for conscious control or attention. Think of it like muscle memory or practice makes permanent. Note 1. You may have heard that practice makes perfect, but this is untrue. Poor practice creates poor performance. What you do during practice is what you will do as a reaction, so practice well. There are huge differences between buying, having, and being proficient and prepared with a particular tool and its use under unexpected and stressful conditions. Many people will buy a gun or bear spray and feel protected, but they may not take the time to learn how to use it. Many will keep it deep in a backpack, and some will leave it back at camp or in their vehicle because it is annoying to carry all the time. When relying on a defensive tool, it should be something you are confident using, especially during a high-stress situation. Your tool should also be quickly accessible. The majority of violent bear attacks happen very fast. Don't take my word for it. At the end of this book, I've included some reference material with real-world accounts of bear attacks. Similar to the parachute and plane scenario, a defensive scenario against an attacking bear will likely be stressful and dynamic with unpredictable difficulties.